really play. My roommates play a lot. I used to be good like in Halo 1 days. I was pretty good, and then my roommates started playing all the time and just surpassed me by miles and miles. And their gamer tag, which every once in a while I play, is like hopeless burrow, like the word hopeless and then burrow, like Spanish for donkey. You don't have to know what it means. I don't know. I'm on there every once in a while. The main person that uses that is Brett. So you can give Brett a shout out. He just got married actually, so that was kind of weird. Because now, like, yeah, he used to live with me, and he got married and moved out, and I haven't even seen him since he got married, like 0 times. He used to be my roommate. That's crazy. That happens when you get married. Drop off the map. I'm not encouraging marriage. It's a beautiful thing. Just saying, you know, are you gonna leave me? That's what they said. Great question. Other questions? Yes, we should hang out sometime. Sure. Oh wait, I know you, Carson, right?
No, Jason.
Jason. Sorry, I didn't.
Do you know whatever happened to Amy Gardner?
What do you mean by what happened to her?
Like, okay, what is she?
Like, where is she right now?
Yeah.
I know where she is right now. Yeah, well I meant to say that. I wrote this on my outline this morning. So look at this. What's your name? What? Avery. See this? Look, this is my outline from this morning. Cow tipping, like the stuff, Amy Gardner, choice, when we talked about choice, and then 10 magic words. I forgot to get to that part. I'm so glad that we brought this up. That was the conclusion. I always never finish the story, and people always get mad. So I was going to finish the story today, but I forgot. So I'm glad you brought this up, Jason. Yeah, so we actually had a pretty good time after that. It was kind of like the ice was broken after the dramatic fall encounter. And by ice was broken, I meant I was just like, oh, this state is completely ruined. Like there's just no. I just gave up, and then I was relaxed, right? And then it was fun. And so I took her back to her house, and that was the 10 magic words. I'll never forget it. Pulling up into her driveway, stopping, and as she was about to get out of the car, she turns to me and she said 10 magic words, which were, I had fun, we should hang out more this summer. But of course I played it cool. I was like, yeah, show. And but we did actually hang out a bunch more times that summer. One time I took her to a waterfall. Awesome. Yeah, we sat on top of this waterfall and talked about the meaning of life. Very romantic, I guess. But I was really, I was just really bad with girls in high school, as opposed to now. Not at all. I'm still horrible. I'm only good at dancing. That's my only skill. So yeah, I was way too scared to kiss her, and we kept hanging out, we had lunch a bunch of times, I don't know, we just hang out once a week or so, and whatever, and but then no, shut up. Let me justify myself. She was always. The problem was you get to a point where you clearly have to make out or talk about how you like each other or something. I was way too scared to do both of these things, and so instead I just stopped calling her. And that's pretty much the end of the story. I know. But I ran into her. It was kind of funny. About a year and a half ago over Christmas, we were both home for Christmas, and she walked into this restaurant where I was eating with my friend Justin, and it was really weird because I talked about her all the time, and I was like, Amy Gardner, and super surreal, and I was like, oh, what are you doing now? So it turns out she's in school in Richmond, and which is not too far from me, 2 hours away. So I was like, oh, I get down to Richmond sometimes to get speeches and whatnot. And this is what I said. I was like, you should give me your number, and maybe next time I'm there, I'll give you a call. Now, I'd like to point out to you, that was not a question. Did you hear that? Opinion statement. You should give me your number. There's no options there. It's so good. I'm telling you, it's awesome. And so I can show you Carson. Yeah, check that out. See that? Amy Gardner's number. It's on my phone. Awesome. Yeah.
Can we call right now?
That would be not weird at all. But yeah, that's what happened with Amy Gardner. But yeah, before I forget, I apologize. I don't have my media card working. I must have like glue it back into my phone more properly. But because this is what I've been doing. I upload videos of the audience onto my Facebook page. But here's what I will do is I should be able to still take a still picture. I'll take a still picture of you guys. I'll put that on my message. Alright. Everyone smile. Yeah, it's good. Hold on. My memory is full just a second. I told you the media card is not working. I have to delete some things. Sorry about this. But if you, we should try this feature out on Facebook. If you take a picture, like if we take a picture together today, I think you can, if you go on the fan, like my regular Facebook page is like full, I can't accept more friends, but like fan pages you can have unlimited people. So become a fan, and I think you can still like upload photos to it, and you can tag yourself, and you can tag me in it, which I think is a cool feature, so you should try to do that, because that would be awesome. Alright, let's try this again. Smile. Yeah, that's good.
He makes me giggle.
He's a funny one-legged man.
Wait for it. Yes, it's good. So check out my, it's like facebook.com/JoshSummersFan. So there's also a link to my website, WeShouldHangOut.com. Just scope that out. Now, let me continue with more questions. People that just came in, welcome. You can come in. We have a couple seats here. You're welcome to sit in the aisles. I'm not concerned about fire hazards. You can come down to the line. There's some edges here too if you want. We're just doing some Q&A right now. Earlier I told some other stories involving bow ties and fast food. They're online. You can see them on YouTube. Other questions? Up towards the, hold on. I've been answering only guy questions. Let me get the white sweatshirt thing. Yeah. Yeah. Am I still with her? I was never with her. I don't know if you heard the story. I'm still bitter towards her, if that's what you're asking me. I'm bitter. Did you hear the story? I went to all this trouble, and she like blew me off. No, I'll be honest with you. No, I like her a lot. She's really great. She lives in North Dakota. It's like so inconvenient, you know. Yeah. You know, honestly, if she lived in DC, she would be a very viable candidate for serious relationship. Yeah. Serious relationship. Yeah. I know. I will say that when I get married, which is not going to be anytime soon, 5 to 10 years from now, I will marry someone like her, like that. Or if she lived in DC, it could be her. But she doesn't live in DC, she lives in North Dakota. So thank you for asking that question about my dating life. Other questions? Yes.
Did Amy ever come to one of your speeches?
No, let's see. One time her brother was actually in the audience. And because I started telling the story like pretty soon after it happened. Seriously, if you guys don't understand, you're really concerned about it. In the last session, people talking about it. Yeah, so because I started telling this, in my hometown when I was, it happened when I was like 16, so I started telling it next year like when I was 17. And I spoke at the middle school, like it was the feeder school to our high school, and her brother was in the audience. And I figured he might be, so I said Amy rather than Amy Gardner, like on purpose. And I guess I did Q&A, and he raised his hand, and he was like, when you said Amy, was that Amy Gardner? And I was like, no comments. So I told her that I've been telling the story, but my guess would be that she doesn't realize, she doesn't realize like how many people I speak to. I guess she still knows, or she doesn't know now. Yeah, she's in a way, but yeah. Friday night, I spoke to 15,000 people in the Pacers basketball arena, and I told them all about Amy Gardner. That speech was broadcast nationally on a cable television station. All of those people heard about Amy Gardner. So I feel like I'm making her famous. And my dream is one day that she'll like go and like get ID'd somewhere, and they'll be like, do you know a guy named Josh Sundquist? Because I heard her tell a story about you. I think that would be really hilarious.
That'd be pretty amazing.
So I don't really know if she knows now. I hope she doesn't.
I wish I was Amy Gardner.
I posted that story for the first time on Facebook like a week ago, and I never put it on there because I was afraid that she might see it. But now I'm just kind of, yeah, whatever. It's fine. It was a long time ago. And if she's worried about it, I can always change her name. But I don't know. Worried about it. It's fine. There's lots of Amy Gardners in the world, I'm sure. But thank you for asking it. What's your name? Nicole. Thank you for asking, Nicole. Other questions? Yes, in the black. How long have I been doing speeches? That is an excellent question. I have been doing speeches. I started actually giving speeches. The first speech I gave was I was like 10 years old. I was doing like fundraisers for my hospital, and so I started doing those. And I did those for a couple years. When I was 15.